Taor buff, guys. Woo! We got the brand new Taor with a buff on Crush. Right now, what he does is afterwards attacking other enemies, dealing half the damage of initial attack, decreasing their attack speed. Cool, but what we got here is reduces their attack bar by 50%. So it probably has to go through an accuracy check. We're never building Taor with accuracy because he's tons of damage with Squall and tons of damage with Crush. However, I built him with 12% accuracy here. He's on Swift Blade. He's got a lot of damage, pretty tanky, and he's almost as close to 100 crit rate as possible. Okay, so here are his runes here. I basically moved my Beth runes over and I moved out some other runes, but here he is, the young Taor. Alright, so we're gonna test him in arena. Reason being is because I don't think he's viable in RTA at all. And you're probably wondering, okay, why is Taor not viable in RTA when they're tested in arena? Well, because if you look at Taor's kit, first of all, he's a water unit. What is meta right now? Triana, Yanni, Hathor, Tyrannus. Alright? There is no way a Taor is gonna squall something and then it's gonna live. Okay, there's no way Taor will squall and then Triana saves him. That's why like Triana is a single type of unit that counters this whole. That unit counters Taor as a whole. Okay, so we'll go ahead and test it. I'm running a speed Tiana. I'll show you the stats of this whole team afterward. And this defense is garbage because there's no speed lead here. Okay, your Triton with no speed lead is not scary. So imagine if there's a Triana in the playing field, which we'll come to eventually. And if there was, I couldn't kill anything because Crush is water. So what I'm going to do here is the person we attack will take more damage. The other three will reduce the attack bar. So I'm going to try to reduce the attack bar of the other three units that are not named Rika. And look at that. I don't think we reduced anything. I didn't even see, but reducing attack bar in arena is not super key because you should be speed tuned. If you're not speed tuned, that's a whole different issue here. The only time that Taor's skill will work very well is when there's like a nemesis healer and you reduce their attack bar. For some reason, you have to reduce it. Here we'll face the double. This team versus my team. Okay, here are the stats. Samoth. So ideally my Samoth should go before my Taor, but obviously it's not here because I slapped in some random runes and it didn't work out that way. So his team is better than my team because double reset versus tower attack bar reduction is garbage. Okay, and here is why you want Samoth to go first, because if Samoth doesn't go first here, it doesn't have the reset potential onto the enemy Samoth here. So there is a chance that the enemy Samoth just kicks my butt here. And here we go, he goes, and then if he stuns me, boom, my Samoth doesn't move. And now he has potential to use second skill and reset me. Hence why you want your Samoth to go first. And you will notice that right here, all my units are weak here. They're all defense broken. And then we have double wind, or double water versus wind. So this Tiana actually has potential to solo me here if her second skill crit damage build or crit rate build and everything was defense broken. I can't be having two of my damage dealers be water element because it just doesn't work well. Okay. We have a good example here where I can use the Zyros. Here is actually a really good example here. I know that this Pra's gotta be on Nemesis, some way, some form. So here I have cooldown reduction with Zyros, and then I also have an attack bar reduction with my Taor here. Here, to be honest, I think everything is going to die here, just because of the sheer raw damage. Taor did literally nothing. And if you had like a Poseidon, for example, I'm sure it would have done the same because you would have also reduced the attack bar here. But look at that. The attack bar reduction, even if I don't know if it landed, but if it did land onto the Praha, made zero difference. It's reset. It's about to have a turn anyways. Like all four of my units already moved. There's like no point for this attack bar reduction in Taor's kit here. It actually did nothing here. So it's hot garbage here. Boom. Okay, here, let's move on to some other defenses because I want to showcase to you guys, is it viable? And right now, you're seeing it's working, but it's got its limitations. If you got too much wind, if you need a speed lead, then it's Samoth and Taor, and that's double water versus wind. Never good. And why am I not loading? Come on, why is my internet so bad? I need to download more internet. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh the list here. Start from the top here. This team would actually get destroyed because Taor works well in this. Reason being is because there's like reset units everywhere. And this is why I never put Wusa on defense. Okay, yeah, you put a speed lead, you put a Wusa on defense. Okay, you have first turn. Okay, now all your buffs are gone. Prime reason why you don't put Wusa on defense. It counters literally nothing. You just get countered, okay? Here, Zaros is MVP again. Zaros MVP. Reset everything, okay? And then we do a Squall onto the Wusa because it's got the most HP. And then we crit on the Miho and it solos me, right? Look at that. Oh, I'm soloed now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, please. Dude, you saw my Galleon. My Galleon has no crit rate. How is that even possible? I crit again. Like, what are the chances? No, the chances. There's slim to nothing because I got no crit rate on my units. And this is why this game's a lie. Because I know you got no crit rate, but you're obviously always going to crit. Oh, God. It's happening. I need a Vine proc here. God, I crit him again. Oh, my God. Degenerate unit should be deleted from the game here. Let me show that to you again. Look at this. 25% crit rate. Look at this. 15. I made it intentional that my Galleon had 0 crit rate from stats. Okay, intentional. Here, this is the same type of defense we saw earlier. Why does it matter if you put Wusa on defense? I'm not going to hit it because we already know the outcome. So for this is the type of defense where you have to put speed lead against speed lead here. Okay, and here we are relying on Taor's raw damage from third skill, and I know there's a win unit here, but whose attack bar do we want to decrease here? The one we want to decrease is we're gonna go for the one shot on the Bastet because he's got the attack buff. So let's go ahead and kill her if possible, and then decrease the attack bar on the Druid. However, you will notice that I'm speed tuned. It's not gonna cut in between anyways. So did the attack bar reduction do anything? No. It actually did negative damage. I mean, it did negative stats. I mean, it did nothing. I mean, there's only so many ways I can say this Taor's buff actually looks good on paper because I got a buff, but literally nothing happened. So I'm trying to find an example with a Triton team. This is pretty standard. I mean, here is a perfect example, okay? If I run this composition, it works. However, if I run double water, Triana, I can't trigger Triana passive. So in this scenario, if you had Triton, Vanessa, Triana, any Vanessa Triana composition, I would not do well against because Taor will do nothing. I'm trying to find a defense that looks like that to showcase to you guys why it's actually McDoodoo. And hopefully this thing doesn't cut here. Okay, no cut. Yes. And we have a reset here. So do we get a reset? We get the reset. But here's the thing. Because Taor, and here's another thing why it's bad. When you run Tiana, it takes away any potential will runes on your water units. Should the Triana be on Nemesis or it cuts in because of her passive, because you killed a unit, it has a chance to target and sleep your water damage dealer, your Alicia, your Taor. Another reason why Taor, a water unit, is not super good right now. Okay, and then I mean, I don't even think the attack bar reduction even did anything, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, you can see the limitations of this unit here. Look at it. Squall damage is nice, but Lagmaron, you can actually squall a win unit and trigger Vanessa passive. Like Taor, you have to go through a potential glance and not crit him, and if you don't, you're not gonna kill him. Here, super good example here. Okay, super good example here. Actually, not super good, but it's decent. Can your Tiana outspeed a Triton? First of all, answer is probably no. Look at that. You saw my Swift set on it, but it doesn't matter. This guy has probably got plus 180 set, and he's doing tons of work because his base set on Triton is busted. So if you ever want to run a Tiana composition, you better hope that your Tiana is super fast, or you're on Shield Will, and because you're on Shield Will, you don't get stripped because of negative gaming here, okay? So here, we're going for the attack bar reduction onto the Gene, but it doesn't matter. Even if it landed, or if it did land, I don't even know. My whole team went, and the tiniest attack bar reduction will not make it go. Why did you crit? I have 25% crit rate, homie. That's nuts. That's scam AF, dude. Look at that. So here we go. Not because Taor sucks, but because Tiana sucks relatively into Triton here. And you change that Miho to a Triana. No, I have to pick Samoth. If I pick Vanessa, that's no AoE damage. I'm not gonna kill that. Okay, this one is actually pretty good because we got double Nemesis on the healer, probably Ariel. Got potentially Nemesis on the Triana. Potentially got Nemesis onto the Juno. Oh, I forgot. Galleon is hot garbage. So look at that. Everything. Look, attack bar reduction. It reduced my attack bar there. Saw that, right? So what I want to do is I want to go for the kill on this and hopefully reduce the attack bar of the other units. And I can't tell if I did. See, that's how bad this buff is. I can't even tell anything. It's not a 1x speed, but the thing is, when you're playing Arena and you're going for G3, G1, whatever it is, you don't got time to stare at 1x to see if your thing landed, okay? Maybe for Zyros, because you actually want to see if it reset, but increased cooldown is a lot easier to see than attack bar reduction. So I may have won these battles here, but don't get me wrong. Taor is not good, but look at this. Look at this, okay? This is actually not a good example, but this team would work against their team. Like I said before, if your Samoth doesn't go before your Taor, you're gonna run into trouble here. So I'm gonna refresh to see if I can find some Triton defenses to showcase to you guys here. Like this. This would be a good example. Double wind against double water. But you have to pick Samoth. Otherwise, you don't have AoE damage. And if you don't have AoE... Look at this! I have a 33 speed lead, and I still get destroyed. So, the problem is not even double wind right now. It's just Triton. So, look at this. He reduced my attack bar, and that's why I'm not speed 2. But the fact that he uses Ryan third skill and he still doesn't go in Sierra and Gene just means his defense is absolute trash. Okay, like he doesn't know how to build his defense because nothing is speed tuned. And look at that, nothing died. All right, I mean, I don't even think I have an attack buff there, but did I have attack buff? I don't remember. But it doesn't matter because this team is doo-doo. They didn't do nothing. So you're better. If your Tiana is super slow like mine, yeah, mine's super slow. So if yours is super slow just like mine, you're better off running a Shield Will Tiana because look at that. There is a chance that he uses second skill or even misses Triton's third skill. So in my opinion, that's probably what's better for you. I haven't versed a Triana Vanessa yet, and I really want to show you the limitations between Vanessa and Triana. So should I don't find one here, I'm gonna test in my own defense. Actually, I'm gonna test in one defense right now to show you the limitations. Okay. So let's go for a Vanessa, Miho, Triana type of composition. Do I have a Triana here? Okay. Should my inventory? Am I blind? Harmonia right here. Okay, so did you ever face this? What if you... Yeah, yes, I can do this. But how much damage would I realistically have doing this? No, almost no damage here. Realistically, I have no damage here. Like, what am I gonna do Vanessa second skill? My Vanessa second skill, like, my Vanessa can go first. So here, if Vanessa goes first, it's not gonna kill anything. It doesn't matter. If Taor goes first, which it does here, I have to take the Crush skill onto the Triana because it does more damage. And then I'm banking on a crit. So my damage is 50% of how much damage I do onto the Vanessa. I mean, on the Triana here. So I literally did nothing here. And I'll test that again. Your option is to go for a third skill Crush on the Triana, which, I mean, this is very popular. Don't get me wrong. This is very popular. If this was like a Lagmaron, no problem. Look at that. Alien issues. Go, one more time. Here we go. Here we go again. If I don't aim the Triana, I aim the Vanessa. I want to kill the Vanessa. It's not going to kill the Vanessa. It just triggers Triana passive. Is that good? Terrible. Look at that. What does that even accomplish? Nothing. So Taor, if you watched to the end of this video, sorry, all you Taor lovers, it's not viable in Arena. And like I said before, I don't think he's viable at all in RTA. Reason being, you look at Taor, you look at his base speed, 95 garbage base speed, and don't get me started on Hathor, Ganymede, Triton, Tyrannus, all destroys Taor. You're not going to see Taor action, at least I don't personally think so. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment if this video was helpful for you. And don't invest in your Taor, invest in your Lagmaron, because that's the right thing to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.